Thank you for visiting learntodaytrade.net. My name is Sean. I'm actually going to go over why it is that I trade, specifically why I trade with these indicators that were built and we've been using now for 15 plus years. Myself, though, I've been using them for 5, but they've been around as far as the algorithm for 15 now. And so I want to demonstrate that simply what I'm going to do today is demonstrate how the indicators work and how you can profit and make money on the market right from your house. And literally right now I'm sitting at my office in my house and just doing some trading, and I wanted to demonstrate that for you and show you the simplicity of our indicator and how you can use this on yours and do some market trading every single day. So let's kind of dive into it and discuss what we're looking at on my computer or my screen right now. On the right hand side is the price. We're trading on the futures market, and we have these red and green bars that are going across our screen. We call those candlesticks, and I'm not going to really talk about those because I really don't care today. I care about my indicator. In fact, let me get into a trade here, and let me kind of explain why I did that. So I have this solid blue line. I'm out of my trade, by the way. And I'll show you what it is that I did. So I have this solid blue line here that's going across my screen. I call that the overbought position. And when something's overbought, it just means that there's a lot of buying. And eventually what goes up in the market is going to come down. And it will come down into this oversold position. And so when something's oversold, there's a lot of selling. And what goes down in the market's got to come back up. And we wait for our indicators to give us a signal. We call them the majors and the minors. So the red and green, these are the major players in the market, so red and green. They run together independently. And then black and gray, these are the minors, guys like you and me. Big guys would be like Goldman Sachs, Fidelity, institutional companies who have a lot of money going into the market. And little guys like you and me who have a million less going into the market. And so what we like to do as far as with our indicators is get signals from them. When they give us a signal, we get into the market just like what I did up here. And that signal that I saw is represented. You see how the red and green cross and they're pointing down? That's a signal for me to take a sell. This also with the minors, they're crossing pointing down. They have to both agree, and when they do, I'll take a trade. And in this instance, since it's above blue, I was selling, so I shorted the market. And one of my rules that I stick to on this market is when I get a signal like this, and you'll notice here coming up, if we can get into another trade, I'm gonna get into like 4 different trades with you. But you'll notice that when the indicators are going, or when they're moving with the market, you'll notice just like this, where the black and gray start crossing, but the majors have not yet. What we wait for is for both of them to agree, and then we wait for a full minute with this countdown timer that's up here, the orange, to basically get really close to 0, and then I'll get into my trade. So then I can either buy or I'll sell. Now, obviously, since we're below the red right now, we're looking to buy. And so we just need to be patient. And here's a great signal that's happening right now. But remember what I just said about a minute ago is that I need to make sure that they stay crossed the whole minute. So here's our countdown timer. And you noticed when I was pointing that out that the majors came undone and they were pointing down. That's why I wait the full minute. Just like right now. So they're both crossing. They're heading up into this channel. And I'm interested, and I'm going to hit this buy button over here on the left. And I'm going to get into a trade. So I'm in my trade, and what we're trading on is I told you the S&P 500, and we're also trading with contracts. And so if you notice here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm trading on 5 contracts. Let me do some simple math for you though. So for every contract, I need to have $500 in place. So I'm trading on a $2,500 account right now. And so let's talk about the price that we're at right now. So 2337.5. I'm going for quarter point movements is all. So since my entry point was 2337, actually 2338.00, I just need to, my broker will pull me out when it hits 2338.25. That will be my actually no, there it is right there. So my entry was 2337.75 and my exit was 2338. So if you notice there, it's just that quarter point movement. And so, for example, like I was saying, 2338.00, if the market went up to 2338, just like it did, 0.25 or even 0.5 or 0.75, those are quarter point movements. And so my broker automatically will pull me out on those quarter point movements as long as I'm in the market, just like I was. And so what we're waiting for now is for another signal from our indicators. How we make money on the market, though, if you notice on the left-hand side there, I'm up 125 bucks already. So for every quarter point movement, as the market moves up and down, for every one contract that I have at play, if it moves up and hits my target at that quarter point, I'm going to make $12.50. So since I'm trading on 5 contracts, I'm going to make $62.50 for every quarter point movement, whether it be up or down. So for example, I was over here. The first movement I made as the market came down, I shorted it and I made $62.50. And then I picked up another $62.50 off this signal. I'm looking at this signal right here and just waiting another 35 seconds and I will get into another trade and I'll be up another $62.50. So let's just be patient and wait. Here's a clear signal. Now see how it came undone. I need to wait 8 seconds. I like it. And I'm in. They stayed crossed the whole time. And so you can see the top line right here. You see that's my entry. And so we're just waiting for the market to come down to that 2338.50 because my entry was 2338.75. It's this top one right here, this red one. It keeps flickering. And so we just need it to go down that quarter. And once it hits that quarter point movement down, because I sold or I shorted the market, then it will take me out. There it is. So another profitable trade. We're up 187.50. So I like to talk about value and the reason why people trade. This is the main reason why I trade. Is 5 years ago I started out as a grocery store manager, managing this produce department, and I was literally working 60 hours a week. And I never got to see my family during the holidays. In fact, hated the holidays, and that was the reason why. Is because I never got to hang out with my family while they're hanging out and having fun. I was working those long hours, and so I came across trading. I was always interested in it, and so decided to check it out, and came across these indicators, and it's changed my life. In fact, I quit my job 2 years into trading, and I do this full time now. And so without these, there's no way that I could do what I do. There's so much value in these. What I mean by value is you see the value in having an indicator just like this, telling you what the big boys are doing on the market as well as the little guys. And when they agree, they pop out a signal based on the algorithm that's computing all that data for us. In fact, here's another signal while I'm talking, and I'm going to go ahead and get in. So I'm in my trade. You guys saw that. Hit the buy button, and now I just need to be patient and wait, and we'll get out of this other trade here and be up another 62.50, and then I'll do one more and call it good. And so just like I was saying, I went through, learned how to read these indicators, learned the market inside and out, because there's actually a lot more than just what I'm showing you right now. And that's what we'll actually dive into. We'll actually go in, and when you register for your webinar, we'll dive into this, or if you want to do an in-person meeting, that's fine. We can do that too. And we'll discuss more about how you can learn how these indicators can impact your life and change the way you think about money. Because that's really what day trading is, as far as it's a daily task, as far as being able to provide that income that whatever it is, the reason why you're looking into trading. My why, as far as the reason why I wanted to trade, was one, to pad my retirement, two, to get out of the job that I was in and have more time for my family, which ultimately gave me freedom and fulfillment to be able to do so. And I've accomplished that, five years into trading, and it's because of the indicators that I have and the education that I was able to set forth and be able to pick up from learntodaytrade.net. And so let's do one more trade, and let's just kind of be patient and anticipate. Once we get in this trade, we'll see here. If you guys notice, here's a perfect sell opportunity. This is kind of looks like it's kind of setting up for a classic signal here, sell. Here's the minors crossing, majors are crossing, they're pointing down, they're sticking to it. I want to wait and be patient, and I'm in my trade. Holding true, you can see how much selling now is going into the market. A lot of sell orders going in, and I'll just be patient and wait and see what the outcome is on the indicator. The indicators are 95 to 98% accurate in determining or telling you or predicting what's going to happen in the next move with the market. And that's why there's so much value behind this. And there it is. There's another trade down, $312.50. I'm not going to complain. We literally haven't been trading very long together. So I appreciate you letting me spend just a few minutes with you and showing you the indicators, kind of telling you my story. And I look forward to being able to, one, either meet you in person, or two, be able to talk to you on the phone and be able to trade with you. That's what I do. If you guys are wanting to trade, then you can get a hold of me, and we'll definitely meet on the phone or in person and be able to do that. Appreciate your time, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.